Good afternoon and thank you for joining us. We thought we'd come down to the Eurotunnel again because obviously the Brexit trials are going on again. We found a new game this morning. We sort of established a new game with the lorries by the looks of it. So when there's a space, what happens is some of the other lorry drivers aren't being very cricket-like. That's obviously the reason for the title. And they're trying to push in. So what's happening is now, when spaces become available where the other lorry drivers have moved up and other lorry drivers from lane one are trying to pull in, the police are then trying to police it and push these other lorry drivers that won't wait. So we'll sort of show you rather than me explain. Probably easier for you to watch. So this is right the way back to past junction 11A now. So it's going right the way back to Ashford. So we'll get a bit of space now. So just watch the lorries in lanes 1 and 2. Watch them try and push in, which isn't very cricket-like. And the police, we've been watching the police push these people, or push the other lorry drivers back onto the main carriageway for cheating, really. There's a lot more police involved now. So there's a couple of motorbikes, there's 4 or 5 police cars going up and down on blues, really trying to get these lorries to move up. We'll have a little swing around. A lot of residents that live locally are up in arms as well, because all through the night these lorries have been tooting their hooters and throwing bags of lorry driver tyres in our garden. It's not very happy with that. But this is obviously just a start of something. So here's your queue. Here we are here. Where are you all watching from, guys? If you're in this queue watching, give us a thumbs up or toot your hooter. Let's see if we can zoom up a bit further down there. So give us 1 second, guys. Oh, wrong way. Hang on 2 seconds. This is where the police are trying to stop them from pushing in, because obviously see these in. So now if you see that police car now, we'll stay in this lane to try and keep them out. This isn't Stack. Stack isn't in yet. Stack's meant to come in on the 11th. We don't really know what this is. Eurotunnel haven't put a statement out or anything. We've asked and they haven't come back. So you'll see the police car down there now. Try and stop all it. They have been escorting cars up and down. So this is just wall to wall. Really, just the poor old lorry drivers stuck in their lorries. I'm just going to go across the road and show you what we were talking about with where they were pushing in. So give me one. Stay here for a bit. see a big gap starting to form now, and you'll see a naughty cheeky lorry driver try and push in. Kent County Council are supposed to be putting toilets out towards the end of December. But you can just obviously see from this morning just where the lorries have been sat, all the rubbish and litter there. It is. They're all queuing for the Eurotunnel because obviously Tap's on. David Tap's on as well. We haven't gone down there yet. We might go down there another day. And obviously the concern this afternoon is from 4 PM through to 2 AM. There's a yellow weather warning in for fog as well. So we've got a lorry driver up there. Give us a... Here we have there one British lorry driver there who's following it. We have to wait for a little bit because till the lorries all start fanning out again, because they let a few more into the terminal, and then the police come along and shove them all up. Then you'll see a lot of them trying to. So you'll see these here. Look, so see this one in lane 1 now. He's going to try and push in down there, but the police will push him back onto the motorway, and he doesn't know it. So every now and again the police will come along with their escort, they'll shut the road and they'll shut the motorway, and then they'll escort cars past to stop other lorry drivers trying to push in when there's bigger gaps, and they'll try and push this queue up. But as you can see, the queue's getting longer and longer as these overseas drivers have dropped their loads and they're obviously trying to go back. You can see as far as the camera can pan and zoom, you'll see right the way down there. Got a few there, a few way down to there. We'll just give you a flavour of what this queue really is like. So this is 11A where we are on the top. So this is probably going to be the same every day come Brexit. Other side's pretty clear, we'll show you that. There's the other traffic here. They're obviously having a slow. Go over the other side, we'll show you the other side, guys. Come on. So this is the other side. This is down by the Eurotunnel. Again, all stacked. They're literally waiting to trying to get in the tunnel, so we'll zoom down that bit for you. And what you're getting is naughty lorries trying to dig in. There's the police coming back up, so we'll sort of show you where they are. They've just come past us again. So that's the other side of the carriageway. So this is stack. Oh, it's an unofficial stack. This is all down to the new law that's going to come in from the 1st of January or 31st of December for Brexit. So obviously all paperwork's got to be checked in and out, and all drivers should have pre-qualified. There was talk, or there is talk, the lorry drivers will be fined if they enter parts of Kent without the correct paperwork, knowing that it's incorrect. They'll be fined. Jeff, if you don't like it, mate, go and get a life, honestly. You're boring me, Jeff. So there's the police here now carrying out their escorts there. So they'll escort people through. Just to move the gaps up, to try and stop the other lorry drivers pushing in. So you see the cheeky ones there, they'll now try and stop them from pushing in, because that's what they've been doing all day. So it's relevant, Emma, because basically all the paperwork and all the lorries will be checked going out when they leave the country, just the same as the lorries will be checked when they come in. So that's why there's the bigger rush to get these lorry parks all finished, so they can stack these lorries, because it's going to be, this is just a start. This isn't scaremongering, this isn't about trying to scaremonger, this is just to give you a bird's eye view of what's currently going on the M20 at the moment, bearing in mind they're testing their processes. And it just shows you how many lorries actually come through Kent of a day, because this has been here since 6 o'clock this morning. This has been in force. Are any lorry drivers watching this that's stuck in this? The cars can get through at the moment, yeah. This is Kent. It was the Garden of England, it's now the car park of Europe. This is the new M25, I would say. They've been chaperoning them, but they haven't been following the rules, because when the police go past them, some of the other lorry drivers keep trying to push in, trust me. Watch, we'll see if we can find some stuff for you. Share this, like our page, and it'd be good if you all like us and share us. It's not just lorries on our page. This will soon be the norm. Honestly, this won't just be a nightly thing or a test. This is going to be the norm. Are there any lorry drivers watching this? What are their thoughts on it? Is it the norm, or do they mind queuing? Just behind me coming forward now, you'll see 5 or 6 lorries trying to creep along, and you'll see they're trying to grab a space. Watch. So they're in the middle lane. They're all trying to get in. There's no space. He's then gone into lane 3 now. Didn't know that was allowed. There has been a couple of breakdowns this morning already. We saw last time we did this, we saw one of the police X5s using its initiative. I think it had a flat battery. They tried giving it a tow, so it tied the strop to the lorry. It was pulling it along down by junction 11 to try and get it going again, which was quite impressive. This is in Kent. This is just before the entrance was junction 11, 11A. Of the Eurotunnel on the M20. See one just sneaking there, sneaky. You saw that van? We'll just zoom in there. I don't know if you saw that. You can replay it. That van just snuck in. And I guess it's gonna lead to dust ups as well, because people are gonna get upset, aren't they? Because they've been waiting. They've been waiting, and then obviously another lorry comes in and pushes in, and you're not waiting 5-10 minutes. You can see, we've been streaming, and how far does it go? It's right the way back. It's past it's near Ashford Way at the moment. So obviously in the distance you can see the Eurotunnel sign there. We're about 2 miles off Eurotunnel there. So obviously you guys are all watching, you can see that they're not, the lorries aren't moving fast. If you look, you can see they are stationary, and it is very cold as well. And we've got a weather snap coming in for the next couple of days. That's going to be cold as well. We've had a level 2 warning issued as well. So you now see these lorries trying to slow to try and get into the spaces. But then what happens is the police come along and chase them away, like tell them to stop being naughty boys. Go back the other side, show you what the other side's like. So obviously these lorries haven't moved. Here we are on the other side again. There's a cheeky lorry driver there, trying to push in. So bearing in mind all these others have been waiting and he's now trying to push in. He was an Irish lorry driver. They ain't going far. Should the saying be, they ain't going nowhere fast. So This is going to be the norm. So Highways England have just sent us a message and said that now junction 13 has been closed due to heavy congestion on the M20 as well. So this is, bearing in mind that this is now going back to 13. And it is solid, it's nose to nose with lorries now. A follow, give us a toot if you're watching, if you're stuck in your lorry. Every day that we've been down, this has been like it. This is what it's like every day. Still lots more lorries all heading down to Dover to join the queue down there, because obviously Dover Tap's in place as well. Roundhouse Tunnel's chocker. So you'll see now that the police are trying to chaperone these lots. So you see these lorries on the right hand side now. You see the police car coming up. Obviously the police, they were going up and down earlier, chaperoning them in and pushing them out and moving them along a bit quicker, but we're going to get a bit of movement now. I'm sure all three lorries will move up. And again, you've got to look at the other side of this as well. Despite the lorries are obviously queuing there, you've still got the other emergency services that are going between Maidstone, Ashford, from obviously Ashford Hospital. There's an ambulance there answering the call. So you've then got more naughty lorry drivers there. If you see now, that lorry driver is going to try and push in. And he's going to slow it down. So again, that takes up, that's just like one lane now. So if you see that lorry driver, he's slowing to try and get a space in this queue. And you've got one, we'll just zoom in, you've got one there that's decided that he's going to reverse up the carriageway. So he's now reversed from the main carriageway. I'll just show you. This is how uncricket-like it is. And there he is, he's successfully manoeuvred into the queue. He's now reversing, he's now trying to cover his snidey by reversing up the carriageway. You can see him slowly reversing. And now the other lorry driver's like, I don't think so. Now they're all going around behind him, so that's going to cause a bit of a kerfuffle. Because obviously all these drivers have been waiting patiently. And you've now got Mr. Man there thinking that he can reverse in. So there he goes, trying to reverse. Here we go, so he's trying to reverse and see, and then you wouldn't expect anything else, and it's a man driver by the looks of it. You wouldn't expect anything better from a man driver. Up there, they are slowly moving again. We'll have a little bit of movement, but again you've then got another load more coming down, so we'll show you this. The slip road's been closed, so what's happening is now, if you see there, he's managed to sneak in. So what's happening is the police are going down that way to stop them all sneaking across. But again, obviously that other lorry driver who's just reversed up, he's going to give it a couple of lengths. I think he might have his brake or something, and then join the end of the queue. No red lorry, yellow lorry, it's white lorry. White lorry, white lorry, white lorry, white lorry, red lorry, white lorry, green lorry, white lorry, red lorry, blue lorry. There's the police there, they just come past. So police are coming up and down there. They're going down the other way as well. So now you'll see up in the distance there is a little bit of a gap. Now let's see if somebody nicks that gap. But some madman there who's just got into the live lanes. Doesn't care. So you've now got people out in the road as well, which is quite dangerous. You can see just drivers that have obviously been in their cabs for so long. But just obviously we'll just push this down a little bit here. You can see there's guys out in the middle of the carriageway there on that on that feeder lane there. No high vis on or anything. So you got the police coming down on that carriageway there now. You never know, they might go and stick him on, but reversing up the carriageway. This is all partly to do with Brexit, yeah. What am I eating? I'll move away. They were. Let's move over this way. Put that there now and we'll see who pushes in. We've just done that, Catherine, for you. In the distance, you can see the helicopter taking off. Me eating. They can't see us from behind, but when we swap back over in a minute, I will do. See the cheeky ones there, look. Sneaky, sneaky, cheeky, cheeky. Now the police will come along and try and stop the lorries, the other lorries in lane 1 pushing in. So you'll see a police car there. And now you've then got that cheeky one there that's just pulled in. And there's another, so a big gap, and then it gets filled again, just like that. Do you want to stay this side or do you want to go back the other side? And the other thing is, what you've got is all the lorry drivers are coming off early to try and circumnavigate around this big long queue, thinking they can get further down quicker, and they're trying to use the back roads. You want to go back the other side, Emma? Okay. Being that you're so good with the commentary, we'll go back over the other side. Here we are. We'll try and get some horns for you. Woohoo! Just put that back down so it's nice. Over the other side. So we're over the other side now, guys. Would you have some warm it? Neither. It's all very cold. Let me go get me out. We'll see if we can get some horns for you then. They might do it for us, you never know. There's a few for you. Let's see if we get a few more. There was a couple for you. How far from the tunnel am I? I'm back at... I'm in between, aren't I? So the tunnel's further down. I mean, it's going back to 13. Hang on 2 seconds. It's going back to 13 now, so it is quite far. It's obviously getting longer because more lorries are coming back to go. They've obviously done their drops and they're obviously trying to get back. Ooh, that was a... There's a green lorry just about. Is he going to push in? No, he's not. He was polite. Get them to bleep. Oh, God. I'll try. What, the ones that are sat there doing nothing? You want them to bleep? Matthew. I can see lots of it. Yeah, this is coastbound, Leanne. I don't think the ones sat there will beep. Some of them have got a sense of humour, some of them have obviously been waiting here a long time. So we'll zoom further in now. You've got piece further up on the... We'll just move this round a tiny bit. So further up there, we've obviously now got police on the bridge again now. I think they're obviously monitoring. Yeah, they've shut junction 13 at Folkestone for obviously the other lorries, because obviously they're queuing as well. So there's a knock-on effect. So you've obviously got this bit of the Eurotunnel. You've also obviously got Operation Tap, the Dover Tap's in force as well down at 13. So Folkestone's closed as well to stack the lorries down there. The trains aren't leaving. It's 8 lorries to a train, but somebody beat me to it, but I don't think the trains are leaving full because of obviously all the checks, and they're trying to keep the timetable running to time. So there's a lot of British lorries going over as well. So it's not just overseas. It's obviously affecting the British lorry drivers as well, because they're also stuck in these jams. You can see, obviously on the video, you can see it. I can see it on top of the bridge. You can see him swerving out of the way. Ours is a lot clearer though, Matthew, though, isn't it? 4K with commentary. The old gritters are out as well. I think with tap being on, that will also have an effect, but on the other hand, with tap being on, they're still going to be checking the paperwork, so they've still got to stack them somewhere, haven't they? I can't comment on the Dover side or on the import side. I don't really know, because obviously we don't know if they are, if this is just the French, if our side's implementing the same checks of all the lorries coming in or not. We don't really know, do we? Because obviously they can stack them in the port. You can share this if you want to on Highways England. Got no problem with that at all. But because the incident's been declared by the police, it's a police-led incident by Kent Police as opposed to Highways. Out, they can go out to Highways and ask them for help, but obviously Kent Police seem to be managing it themselves. I'm guessing there's a lot of other contingency plans in place for when this does come into effect next year. Show you the other side. Okay, bear with me then. There's just a big group of lorries coming down there, so give me 1 second. We'll just show you this group here, and then we'll thumbs up for the other side, or a like, or a heart for the other side if you want us to go to the other side. The gritters have just gone past Terence, actually. So again, there's more lorry. So he's trying to indicate in to get in, but I think he's obviously a bit confused. You want us to stay this side, Emma? Right. We'll have a little vote. So thumbs up is to stay on this side, and the hearts are to go the other side. So for all of you watching, there's Highways there, just gone past. Got a lot of hearts at the moment. It's been like this, Rob, since about 6 this morning again. The past 3-4 times that we've streamed from here as well and done pictures is exactly the same. So, on my count, and the Hearts are winning, so I think people want us to go to the other side. So we'll go to the other side then. Wait for a gap. Yep, we'll go to the other side then. You've got to wait there with me. There's a bridge and there's cars involved. So here we are here, again, the other side. Nice sunset as the sun goes down and the fog comes up. Remember, people watching, there's a fog warning, a yellow fog warning in from 4 PM till 2 AM this morning as well. And Kent County Council have also issued a weather warning, a level 2 weather warning for the next few days. For somebody talking about the fines for the Eurotunnel, I think between whoever that is, the unwritten rule is this has always been the overflow, this lane, and this provision has always been there for the Eurotunnel from the 20. And I think it's an unwritten rule that this is where they stack them, and this is where they're always going to stack them, regardless of Brexit. I mean, it must be pretty upsetting for the people that live. I mean, I know there's only a few houses, but obviously the tractor units with their, the refrigerated lorries with their fridges going, and this goes on all night as well. This isn't just during the day. This is all day and all night. I know we spoke to a couple of people in houses nearby, and they're very upset because lorry drivers keep leaving deposits of lorry driver tyres, rubbish and excrement. You want us to go back to the other side, Pete? We've just come this side. Really? It's obviously going back quite some distance. So there's also this is separate traffic. This is traffic just going into Eurotunnel. This is nothing to do with the Dover traffic, because the Dover traffic's being controlled by the tap, and obviously they're two separate lanes being policed by two separate operations. This is purely just to get into Eurotunnel. So these queues here is just for the Eurotunnel. There's nothing to do with Dover tap. We'll go the other side. How long does it take for the trucks to get onto the train? Well, you can just see from the video. If you go through the video, you'll see. I mean, it's probably. They should probably take the Thorpe Park signs when you're waiting for the ride and say, I don't know, 2 hours from here, 2, 3. Bearing in mind they're not even in the entrance. They're not even in the entrance of Eurotunnel. So obviously they're still on the motorway. They're still a good 2.5 mile before you get to Eurotunnel from where we are. You want us to go back the other side, yeah? So it's thumbs up for the other side or hearts to stay this side. You decide. Or spinning the wheel. You got the old breakdown truck guy come in. So he's obviously taken over lane 1 now. Old CJ's, there he is, CJ's recovery. So that'll have a knock-on effect, so that's taken another lane out. Well, this should be quite interesting. We'll stay this side because all of a sudden now you're going to have a bit of a palaver. We will go back the other side, Emma. We're just having a look and see what this truck's doing, because obviously it's now taken out a lane. It's old CJ's, yeah. Got gritters as well. More gritters there. So obviously that lorry hasn't seen. So at the moment, I think possibly, yeah. So a lorry's come down, so a tow truck's come down. So I don't know if you can see that ahead. Try and zoom in, bear with me.
Is that a speed camera, is it, Gov?
No.
No?
No problems. So what we found out is not a broken down lorry. A lorry has sideswiped a car, so obviously he's changed his mind and gone back out into lane 1. And obviously it's sideswiped a car down there. So it's not a broken down lorry, it's a vehicle that's been hit by a lorry. So like everyone was saying, let's see if we can see that. No, it's a car being involved in a collision, a minor collision with a lorry. Obviously that's now taken out lane 1, so really the highway should be down there setting a sign or closing that lane really. But obviously because there's no camera until the tunnel, they can't really see it. This section isn't a smart motorway, I don't think, as far as we're aware. It's got a hard shoulder, so this part isn't. So we'll go back over the other side. People still watching? Do you want us to go to the other side? They just tried pushing in, but they got nowhere. Hearts for the other side. We'll go to the other side then, bear with me. We'll go in the other side here. Another lorry route. So it looks like the police have actually closed the motorway whilst they deal with that incident further down, because nothing's coming through now. They've stopped. It looks like they've stopped a load of. I mean, it's clear on that side. Maybe they're following our stream. We'll just set this up so it's a bit more straight, because we don't like that all over the place. With me. So here we are. So yeah, all the traffic's been stopped for some reason. I think it's to do with that incident down there where the lorry sideswiped the car. And obviously we did see South Central Ambulance and paramedic go down earlier. I didn't think that was related to it. So for people watching, obviously the coastbound side of the M20 has now been closed. No, Josh, I won't be walking down to the start, trust me. To the start of the Channel Tunnel side or the end of this queue, because this queue is obviously now going to get bigger and bigger and bigger. So I think a lot of the traffic coming through now is going to be under police escort. What we're going to do is we're going to go to the other side, guys, and show you what's going on down there. Bear with me 2 seconds. So you can see that now. You can see that further down. We'll zoom in for you. So now obviously the lorries are clearing. So what's happening is now all the lorries are having to pull out into lane 1 around the obstacles. So So in the distance there, you can see a Serco van, a prison van that's obviously been caught up in this chaos that's involved in this incident, that's been involved in a collision. You've now got the police coming down now. You'll see the police there, bear with me. So we're further up, so we'll stay that where that is. I've just moved that up further for you. I know we're pushing it, bear with me. Let's see if that will focus. We are pushing it really, really quick. From where we are on the bridge, we're a bit far away. We don't think anyone's in that prison van. I think it's highly unlikely that they are. So police are now reversing back up the M20. See the traffic's still going forward. So I think he's trying to stop the traffic from moving. Try and put some sort of safety block in for the recovery driver to recover that lorry. Or the prison wagon. We'll just zoom back in, bear with me. So that other lorry driver there hasn't spotted it, they've closed it. So now it's all going to go a bit wrong. We'll just stay on this side for the moment whilst this is going on. Reams of traffic. So it's a great opportunity whilst everyone else is concentrating on the traffic for the cheeky, sneaky drivers to poke their way in like they just have down there. We'll give you a bit more traffic, bear with me. I'll get rid of the sky. Get rid of the sky, give you a bit more. This is something waiting to happen probably. So again, it's obviously not just in Dover, it's obviously what's it going to be like in Felixstowe, what's it going to be like in the other ports at Pirbright, obviously they still export as well there, so again it's going to have a knock-on effect. It's not just Dover, is it? It's Liverpool, Southampton. Traffic's going to come to a sudden stop. Who's scaremongering, Dave? We're not scaring. We're just showing you what's going on the M20. I haven't scaremongered anyone. I've just showed you what the traffic is like. There's no scaremongering. There's no secret agenda. Honestly, Dave, how? I don't think that was meant to go as well as it should. So now that's another lane. That's lane one out again. So they're all swerving. We're not scaremongering anyone at all. We're just showing you what's going on the M20. And that's just crackers. That bit of driving there is just absolutely mad. He's just pulled straight in front and he's now stuck out in lane one. Oh, right, okay, Dave. We'll move that down a bit. Bear with us, guys. We'll just move the camera down. So obviously you've still got the other incident further up. You've now obviously got all the traffic slowing because of that, and you've obviously got more traffic. So this is just waiting to happen. Oh yes. I think everyone's entitled to their opinions. You know, he said his piece, and now we've got another. We've got another lorry out in lane one as well. God. So Curtsy, Lindsay, whoever, and you're a UK company, I think. Looking at that, that's cheeky. He's going to try and push in, but they're all going to. But they're like, no. Watch. This is the unfriendly cricket part of it. We'll just move that up. We'll try and follow that. We'll follow it and see if we can get in. But I don't think you can. Bear with me. They're not going to let him in, look. They're certainly not letting him in. Ooh, and he's just pushed in front of them. So that's the broken down prison paddy wagon gone. So would you like us to go back over to the other side? This is going to fill up pretty quick. Here's the other side. I think what you've also got to look at is it's not just obviously going to affect Ashford, it's going to affect all parts of Kent, because we all have to travel on these roads. So there is no scaremongering, this is the fact. So obviously lorry drivers are going to try and scoot round to get further down to Dover, go the other way. They're obviously going to go through villages, aren't they? So that has a knock-on effect for everyone. School runs, when we're back to normal and we're all back to work. A lot of naughty behaviour going on this afternoon that we can see. So again, within minutes, that big space that was there is now filled again with lorries. Should we go the other side? I think Boris is watching this as well. Should we stay this side, guys, or should we go back over the other side? There was a car in there's a prison wagon that was involved in a swipe earlier. So obviously the police had to come down and shoo everyone out whilst they recovered the paddy wagon. Go the other side, Dan, bear with me. We'll wait for a gap. Here's our lorries. Welcome to the other side, to the darker side. See if we can get some lorry drivers to do some Highways England are saying. Highways England are saying severe delays on the M20 now. I've just been told. We'll see if we can get some more. We love it. Didn't do it. Slip road's closed, I think, to stop lorry drivers from sneaking on up the top, so they're trying to reduce that traffic going round from the truck stop. So I think they try to contain it so you can come off, but you can't go back on. So you've then got to go back up to come back on. So you've got to go all the way back up to Ashford, turn around, come back. Here we are now. We're on Fudge now. So look at the other direction. It's the same on the other side. Because I haven't moved. But all through here. We're not bored, Ben. We're just showing you what's going on the M20. I'm not bored. I think it's about keeping the community in touch with what's going on in their community. Not bored at all, my friend. Anyone else bored on here that's watching? 444 people can't be bored. They're obviously interested. You must be interested, Ben, because you're watching. Here we go. Ooh, naughty boy. There's a naughty one there. Another naughty one there. Here we go. We'll move that there just to show you what's going to happen. Gosh. What's going on there? They're all going mad because they're not going to let him in. They're seriously not going to let him in. And then you got a second one there as well behind him. They are definitely not letting him in. All these lorries are they're fuming. You can see them. They're flashing their lights. He's now reversing up. He's now reversing. Ooh. Well, it's just crackers. That is just absolutely crazy. You can see that he's just now reversing or trying to reverse. God knows what he's doing. You can see that there. He's not moving. He's going to have to move. He's going to have to go around again. Is he going to give up? And that one's going to give up as well. There's obviously a bit of a delay, you guys seeing what I'm seeing live. That was absolutely crackers. There's another one just trying to do it as well. Should we see if we can get this to 1,000 people watching this? The last stream I did in London on a Friday night, there's 10,000 people watching that. I know that was a bit more interesting. Share this with your friends, share this with your grannies, share this with everyone. Ooh, here we've got one, ooh, straight out into lane 2. Absolutely crackers. Crazy lorry drivers. Life on the M20 down in sunny Kent. It's a bit cold. No, don't think the French are on strike. Just think this is a... Got another lorry driver reversing up the highway. See where he's from, hang on. E for E, so whatever. I think it's a Spanish lorry driver. 3535 KJL. Absolutely crackers. Let's see what company he works for. So he works for Group Logistico in Spain, and he's prepared to reverse up the motorway. He's not getting in anywhere fast, I don't think. You always hear these horror stories, don't you, of the overseas lorry drivers, and now you see what some of the behaviour we've seen this afternoon. You can see on this video, it's absolutely crackers. There he is. He's had enough, and he's been given a flea in his ear. There he is. Mucho loco. Crazy man, crazy. Here we are again then. We might go the other side in a minute, because what he's done now, he's gone under the bridge to try and pick his way back in further down, but no one's having it. Everyone's been waiting. So you got this crazy guy here. We'll show you that. So they're out in the lanes there. He's obviously had enough. He's obviously got a death wish. Absolutely crackers there, that bloke. I certainly wouldn't be in a live lane like that. I'm sure the chaperone police will be along in a minute. Watching. I'm at just before the. I'm at 11. I'm at 11, I think. 11A. I'm back at 11A, I think. Or near. So got a little bit of movement. Tiny bit. Few lorries. It's going back to junction 8, I'm being told. So for people watching, it's a long old queue of lorries. This is to get to the this is to get to the Eurotunnel. This is nothing to do with Dover Tap. This is just Eurotunnel. All the stack right the way back to 8 is just for the Eurotunnel. Yeah, it's a huge tailback. And it's also, the other thing is you've got to feel sorry for them because it's starting to get cold as well. And whether or not they're running their lorries, I guess they are, because they live in them. The slip road's already been closed on that carriageway up there. Where we are, where you can see that's closed. and that is junction 11, yeah. But it goes back to junction 8. So you've got I think you've got police escort there now. You can see the police there stopping all these lorries. There. So here we are. I don't know, it's a few miles. The lorry police. I'm on the top of it all. Should we stay live, guys? Do you want us to carry on? Just the old big love arts, if you want us to stay, or do you want us to come off? And we'll try and go further down the queue to the other end. I would make a killing. If I was Deliveroo, I could have a burger wagon, couldn't I, at the top of this bridge? And I could be selling burgers. You want us to stay? Oh my God. Get who? The lorry drivers to start beeping. They're not going to, I don't think they're in the mood for that. So there's 20 miles of queuing traffic now. With queuing lorries back. Well, I'll tell you what we're going to do. We're going to come off and we're going to go and drive it. And then we'll upload the video onto Kent 999 or UK NIP. If you look on YouTube, UK News in Pictures on the channel there. The video will be up there. And we'll try and pop back tomorrow if this is still going on. If the weather's not too bad. And bring you up to date. Thanks so much, guys, for supporting this. Thanks so much for watching. I hope it's been an insight. I hope it's been interesting. Thanks, guys.